My beloved child, before you scroll any further, before your thumb moves even one more inch, pause. I need you to hear this. This moment is not random. You didn't just stumble into these words. Something deeper pulled you here, something you may not even fully understand yet. And if you leave now, you will miss what was meant specifically for you tonight. Stay. Not because I demand it, but because your soul already knows you need this. I know you were just passing time. I know you told yourself you'd watch for a few seconds and decide later. But later has been stealing too much from you. Later has delayed your peace, your healing, your rest. So right now, I am asking you for these moments. Give me your attention, not out of pressure, but out of trust. Because what is unfolding is not ordinary, and once it begins, it is meant to carry you all the way through. I see you exactly as you are in this moment. Not the version you show the world, not the one you pretend to be when you say you're fine. I see the quiet exhaustion behind your eyes. I see the tension you carry in your body without even realizing it's there anymore. I see how long you've been holding on, how long you've been trying to stay strong when strength felt like it was slipping through your fingers. You've grown used to pushing through pain, used to waking up tired and going to sleep, still carrying the weight of the day. Used to telling yourself that this is just how life is now. But listen to me carefully. What you've accepted as normal is not what I intended for you. And what feels permanent to you is not permanent to me. Do not rush this moment. The very act of staying is already opening something inside you. While you listen, your heart is beginning to slow down. Your breathing is starting to change. Your body, which has been in survival mode for so long, is beginning to realize it is safe for the first time in a while. That is not an accident. That is my presence reaching you gently, without force. I know there are places in your body that hurt when no one else is watching. Pain that doesn't always show on the outside, but makes simple things feel heavy. I know the discomfort you've learned to live with, the kind that comes and goes, but never fully leaves. I know the frustration of trying to explain it to others and feeling like they don't really understand. I know the moments when you wondered if it was all in your head. It isn't. I have seen every night you struggled to fall asleep. I have seen you stare at the ceiling, shifting positions, trying to find relief. I have heard the sighs you let out when pain flared without warning. I have heard the prayers you whispered when words felt too heavy to speak out loud. Even the prayers that were nothing more than a deep breath. And my name. I understood every one of them. You were never weak for feeling tired. You were never faithless for feeling discouraged. You were human, carrying more than you were meant to carry alone. And I have been with you through all of it, even in the moments when you couldn't feel me. Some of you are listening right now with your guard up. You've hoped before. You've believed before. You've waited before. And when nothing seemed to change, disappointment taught you to protect yourself. I do not blame you for that, but I want you to know something important. I am not asking you to force belief. I am not asking you to pretend everything is okay. I am simply asking you to stay. Staying does not require effort. It requires openness, and openness is where healing begins. As you remain here, I want you to let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let the tension you've been holding unconsciously begin to release. You don't have to understand how this works. You don't have to analyze what you're feeling. Your body already knows how to respond to my presence because I am the one who formed it. Every system within you recognizes my voice. Every cell responds when I speak life. When something is out of alignment, I know. When something has been strained by stress, fear, or long seasons of endurance, I see it clearly. Nothing about you is hidden from me. You may be wondering why healing hasn't happened yet. Why you prayed and waited and still felt the pain. Why you believed and still struggled. Hear me now, gently and clearly. Delay is not denial. Waiting is not abandonment. And silence never meant absence. There were things happening beneath the surface that you could not see. Strength being built. Awareness being formed. A deeper trust being prepared. Healing is not always instant, but it is always intentional. And tonight marks a shift. Right now, as you listen, something is already moving. Not dramatically, not loudly, but deeply. Like a current flowing under still water. Your nervous system is beginning to calm. Your heart is beginning to feel lighter. Even if you can't fully name it yet, something inside you recognizes that this moment is different. Do not let distraction pull you away. Distraction is subtle, but it steals more than time. It steals alignment. When you stay, you position yourself under what I am releasing. When you leave, you step away from it. This is not pressure. This is invitation. I know the enemy has whispered lies to you. That this pain is your new normal. That nothing will change. That you should stop expecting more. Those voices are losing their power right now. My truth is stronger. My authority is greater. And my love for you is deeper than you can imagine. You are not broken. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. You are someone who has endured. Someone who has kept going even when it was hard. And that matters to me. As you continue listening, let yourself breathe slowly. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Let each breath remind your body that it does not need to stay tense. You are safe here. You are held here. You are not being rushed or tested. Healing does not come through striving. It comes through surrender. Not giving up, but letting go. Letting go of the need to control the outcome. Letting go of the fear of disappointment. Letting go of the belief that you have to carry this on your own. You don't. I am closer than you think. My presence is filling the space around you right now. Some of you may begin to feel warmth. Others may feel calm. Some may feel emotional without knowing why. Do not resist it. Do not analyze it. This is how deep work begins. Quietly, gently, lovingly. This is not the end of the story. This is the beginning of something unfolding. And what comes next builds on what is happening right now. Stay with me. Stay right here. Do not let your mind wander away from this moment. Something sacred is still unfolding. And what I am doing now builds directly upon what has already begun inside you. Healing is not rushed. It deepens layer by layer, and you are stepping into a deeper layer right now simply because you chose to stay. I want you to understand something important. Many people miss transformation not because it is unavailable, but because they leave too soon. They taste peace, but don't remain long enough for it to settle. You are doing something different right now. You are remaining. And that choice matters more than you realize. I know your body has been in a constant state of alert. Stress has trained your muscles to stay tight. Fear has taught your nervous system to stay guarded. Pain has taught your mind to expect discomfort before it even arrives. None of that makes you weak. It makes you human. But I am gently retraining your body now, teaching it how to rest again, teaching it how to trust again. As you listen, I am working deeper than surface sensations. I am reaching areas shaped by long-term stress, stored tension, and emotional weight that words never touched. Some of the pain you carry did not start in your body. It started in moments you had to be strong when you wanted to collapse. It started when you swallowed your emotions to keep going. It started when you told yourself you'd deal with it later. Your body remembered even when your mind moved on. I see how long you've been carrying responsibility. How often you put others before yourself. How rarely you allowed yourself to truly rest without guilt. Even when your body asked for a break, your mind told you to keep going. That internal conflict exhausted you more than you realized. Tonight, I am easing that burden. Let your breathing remain slow and steady. With every exhale, imagine tension leaving places you didn't even know were tight. Your neck, your lower back, your chest, your stomach. Areas where worry settled quietly over time. You don't have to visualize perfectly. Just allow. You may notice memories or emotions surfacing gently, not to overwhelm you, but to be released. Healing is not only physical, it is holistic. When your heart begins to let go, your body follows. You are not breaking down. You are being freed. I know there were moments you blamed yourself, moments you wondered if your condition existed because you failed somehow. Maybe you thought you didn't pray enough, believe enough, do enough. Let me remove that lie from you right now. Your healing is not dependent on your performance. My love for you is not conditional. You do not earn restoration. You receive it. Some of you listening right now have lived with pain so long that the idea of being fully well feels unfamiliar, almost uncomfortable. You learn to adapt. You learned to manage. You learned to survive. But survival was never the final destination. I am calling you beyond endurance and into renewal. Right now, I am speaking peace into places that have been inflamed by fear. I am calming systems that have been overstimulated for years. Your body is responding even if you can't consciously track every change. Trust what is happening beneath the surface. You may feel moments of doubt rise again. Thoughts like, what if this doesn't last? Or, what if nothing really changes? Those thoughts are echoes of past disappointment, not reflections of this moment. Gently set them aside. You do not need certainty to receive healing. You need openness. And you already have that. Or you would not still be here. There is a reason you are still listening. I am working in places no scan could fully explain. Aligning what felt out of order. Strengthening what felt weak. Restoring what felt worn down. You may not feel instant perfection, but you will feel progress. Healing often begins as subtle shifts. Better rest, less tension, more clarity, a sense of lightness you can't fully explain. These are signs of restoration taking root. Do not rush the process by checking your body for proof. Healing grows best when it is trusted, not tested. Just remain. Some of you are realizing that your pain shaped how you see yourself. It changed how you move through the world. It made you cautious, guarded. Tonight, I am loosening that identity. You are not your symptoms. You are not defined by discomfort. You are more than what has hurt you. As you stay with me, let gratitude quietly rise, even if it feels small. Gratitude opens space. It softens resistance. It tells your body it is safe to receive. You don't need to force thankfulness. Simply acknowledge that you are not alone anymore in this moment. I am still here. I have not stepped away. My presence has not faded. If anything, it is drawing closer. Deeper work requires patience, and you are allowing it beautifully. Some of you may feel sleepy. That is not distraction. That is your nervous system relaxing. Let it happen. You are not missing anything. Healing continues even in stillness, even in quiet awareness. This moment is preparing you for what comes next. What I will speak next builds upon the foundation being laid now. Stay. Do not leave early. There is more clarity coming, more release, more restoration. You are doing exactly what you need to do. Remain. Stay with me just a little longer. You've come too far to step away now. What has been unfolding inside you is reaching its completion. And this is the moment where many people feel the deepest shift. Not because something suddenly explodes, but because something finally settles. Right now, your body is learning a new language. The language of peace instead of tension. the language of trust instead of fear. For so long, your system was trained to expect discomfort, to brace for pain, to prepare for disappointment. Tonight, that pattern is being interrupted. Gently, safely, permanently. I want you to notice something subtle. Your breathing is different than it was when you first began listening. Your thoughts are quieter. Your body feels less guarded. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. That is what happens when you stay long enough for healing to reach the roots instead of just the surface. Some of you are realizing that the pain you carried was not only physical, it was emotional exhaustion layered over time. It was disappointment that never fully healed. It was the weight of unanswered questions. When those layers begin to lift, the body follows. Restoration flows naturally when resistance is gone. You are not forcing anything. You are not striving. You are simply allowing. And allowance is powerful. I am strengthening what felt fragile. I am restoring what felt worn down. I am bringing balance where things felt unstable. Even now, your body is responding in ways you may only fully recognize later. Healing does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers, "You're safe now." You may wake up and realize you slept deeper. You may move and notice less stiffness. You may feel lighter emotionally, less burdened mentally. These are not accidents. These are signs that something real has taken place. I know part of you is afraid to hope too much, afraid to be disappointed again. But hear this clearly. Hope is not dangerous when it rests in me. Expectation does not hurt when it is rooted in trust instead of fear. You do not need to guard yourself tonight. This moment was designed to restore, not to tease. I am sealing what has begun, calming what was overstimulated, strengthening what was weak, bringing order where there was confusion. Your body is not fighting this. Your spirit is not resisting this. Everything within you is responding naturally. Let yourself rest in that truth. You are not leaving this moment empty. You are leaving aligned. You are leaving calmer. You are leaving strengthened. Even if you cannot yet describe it perfectly, you will feel the difference. And before you move on, before you return to the noise of the day or night, I want you to recognize something important. You chose to stay. That choice matters. Many scroll past moments like this. Many leave too soon. But you remained, and because you did, something meaningful happened. If this moment spoke to you, if you felt seen, if you felt peace, if something shifted even slightly, do not ignore that. Acknowledge it. Honor it. Sometimes the simplest act of saying Amen or I receive this anchors what was released. And if you know someone who is tired, hurting, or quietly struggling the way you were, this is not meant to stay with you alone. Light multiplies when it's shared. Peace spreads when it's passed on. You are not required to rush away. Sit for a breath or two longer. Let this settle fully. Healing does not end when the words end. It continues as you carry this calm forward. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are deeply loved. And tonight marked a turning point. Stay in peace. Carry it with you. And remember, you were never alone.